The baby's scream cuts through the train car like a blade. Everyone looks. Everyone except me. Because I'm already staring at the man holding her, and something about him tells me that looking too long could be the last mistake I ever make. He's dressed in a charcoal suit that costs more than my apartment's rent. His jaw is locked tight. His knuckles are white around the infant carrier. And his eyes, cold, black, absolutely empty, are fixed on the wailing child like she's a bomb he doesn't know how to defuse. The baby screams again. He doesn't move, doesn't soothe her, doesn't even try. My daughter tugs my sleeve. Mommy, the baby's sad. I know, sweetheart. I know. And I should mind my own business. But I'm already standing. The walk across the train car takes 8 seconds. 8 seconds where every instinct I have screams at me to sit back down. There are 3 men in dark suits scattered throughout the car. I noticed them when we boarded in Busan, the way they positioned themselves at exits, the way their eyes swept the space like predators marking territory. They're watching him. No. They're watching for him. Protecting him. From what? The baby's cries grow more desperate. Her tiny face is red, blotchy, twisted with need that isn't being met. And he just stands there. Excuse me. My voice comes out softer than I intended. He doesn't look up. Sir. Nothing. Hey. His eyes lift. And God. I forget how to breathe. Up close, he's devastating. Sharp cheekbones, full lips, skin so flawless it doesn't look real. He could be 30 or 40. There's something ageless about his face, something ancient behind those dark irises. Something dangerous. What? Not a question. A warning. Your daughter, I say carefully. She's hungry. She's not hungry. She was fed an hour ago. Then she needs to be changed. She was changed 30 minutes ago. His tone is clipped, clinical, like he's reading from a manual he doesn't understand. The baby wails louder. My chest aches. 4 years ago, that was my Sumin, screaming in my arms while I cried along with her, alone in a too-small apartment, trying to figure out how to be a mother when no one had ever taught me. She needs to be held, I say quietly. Not carried, held. His jaw tightens. I am holding her. No, you're containing her. There's a difference. The words leave my mouth before I can stop them. For a moment, a single terrifying moment, something flashes in his eyes. Rage. Pure, undiluted rage. One of the men in suits starts to move. My heart slams against my ribs. Then the baby screams again, and something in his expression cracks. Just a fracture. Just enough. Then show me, he says through gritted teeth. The words cost him. I can see it in the tension of his shoulders, the way his hands flex at his sides. This is a man who doesn't ask for help. This is a man who gives orders, not requests. But he's asking me. May I? He stares at me for a long moment. Then he reaches into the carrier and lifts the infant out, holding her awkwardly, like she might shatter, like he might break her with the weight of his own hands. And that's when I see it. The tattoo. It curls up from his collar, just a glimpse of black ink against golden skin, a serpent's tail, the edge of a chrysanthemum. I know that pattern. Everyone in Korea knows that pattern. Oh God. Oh God, what am I doing? You wanted to show me, he says flatly, so show me. My hands are shaking as I reach for the baby. She's so small, so light, wrapped in silk that probably costs more than my monthly grocery budget. I pull her against my chest, not holding her out but drawing her in. I let her tiny ear rest against my heartbeat. I sway, just slightly, the way mothers have swayed since the beginning of time. SHH, I murmur. SHH, little one, I know it's scary. I know everything is too big and too loud and too much. The baby hiccups. Her cries soften. But you're okay, I continue, my voice dropping to a whisper. You're okay. Someone's got you. Someone's right here. Slowly, so slowly, the screaming stops. The baby sniffles once. Then she sighs against my chest and goes still. Silence falls over the train car like a held breath. I look up. He's staring at me, but not with coldness anymore. With something far more dangerous. Hunger. How did you do that? His voice is low now, rough, like I've scraped away a layer of ice and found something raw underneath. I'm a mother, I say simply. We learn. I've hired 12 nannies in 3 months. None of them could. He stops himself. His jaw locks again. It doesn't matter. But it does. I can see it in his eyes. It matters more than he'll ever admit. Where's her mother? The question escapes before I can catch it. His expression goes blank. Completely, terrifyingly blank. Dead. One word. No emotion. But I see his hands, those powerful, dangerous hands, curl into fists at his sides. I'm sorry, I whisper. Don't be, I'm not. The lie hangs between us like smoke. Mommy. Sumin's voice cuts through the tension. She's standing beside me now, her small hand clutching my skirt, her eyes wide as she stares up at the man who could probably end both our lives with a single phone call. Mommy, is the baby okay now? The man looks down at my daughter. Something shifts in his face. What's your name? He asks. His voice is different now. Still cold, still commanding, but there's a note underneath it that I almost don't recognize. Curiosity. Sumin, my daughter says proudly. I'm 4. I'm going to be 5 soon. I want a puppy, but Mommy says we can't afford one, but I said I would share my food with it so. Sumin, I gently squeeze her shoulder. The nice man doesn't need your whole biography. It's fine. The words surprise both of us. He crouches down, this powerful, lethal man in his expensive suit, until he's eye level with my 4-year-old. I have 5 dogs, he says. Sumin gasps. 5. 3 Jindos, 2 Sapsel. That's so many. Do they all sleep in your bed? No, they have their own room. My daughter's eyes go wide as moons. Dogs can have rooms. For just a second, just a flicker, the corner of his mouth twitches. Almost a smile. Almost. Then his phone buzzes. He pulls it out, glances at the screen, and the ice returns instantly. He rises to his full height, and suddenly I remember who he is, what he is. We arrive in Seoul in 20 minutes, he says, not looking at me. You'll stay in this car until then. I what? It's not a request. He takes the baby from my arms, but gently this time. Carefully. His hand brushes mine in the transfer, and I feel it like electricity, like standing too close to lightning. There are men who board at the next station who would very much like to hurt me, he says quietly. And now they've seen you with my daughter. They've seen your daughter talking to me. The blood drains from my face. That's not, I was just helping. I know, his eyes meet mine. That's why you'll stay in this car. My men will ensure you're not followed when you disembark. And if I refuse? The question is stupid. I know it's stupid even as I ask it. His gaze drops to Sumin, then back to me. You won't. He's right. I won't. I don't even know your name, I breathe. Kang Junho. The name hits me like a physical blow. Kang Junho. The Ghost of Seoul. The man who built an empire from blood and ash. The man whose wife was murdered 18 months ago, shot in their own home, a warning from a rival clan that turned into an execution. The man who reportedly killed 47 people in retaliation. And I just held his baby. You know who I am. It's not a question. Yes. And you still helped. She was crying. Something moves behind his eyes. Something human. Something wounded. My wife, he says slowly, like each word is being pulled from his chest. She was the one who knew how to do this. The holding, the swaying, she would sing and Mi Young would just stop, every time. Mi-young, my daughter, the baby. She has her mother's eyes. His voice cracks almost imperceptibly. Every time she cries, I see. He stops. The walls slam back into place. It doesn't matter. It does, I say softly. It matters. You don't know me. No, but I know grief. I know what it's like to hold something so precious that you're terrified to love it because you know how badly it could destroy you if you lost it. His eyes lock onto mine. For a moment, neither of us breathes. The train lurches. I grab the seat to steady myself, and Soo-min squeals with surprise. But Kang Junho doesn't move. He stands there, rock solid, holding his daughter against his chest the way I showed him, her ear against his heartbeat, his arms wrapped around her like she's the only thing tethering him to this world. And maybe she is. 3 years ago, I hear myself say, Soo-min's father left, just walked out. I woke up one morning and he was gone. No note, no explanation. I was 23 with a 6-month-old baby and nothing in my bank account. I don't know why I'm telling him this. I don't know why the words won't stop. I thought about giving up, every single day. But then she would cry and I would hold her, and I would realize that she needed me. That even if the whole world crumbled, she needed me. He's watching me with those unreadable eyes. That's what Mi-young needs, I say quietly. Not nannies, not money, she needs you. She needs to hear your heartbeat and know that even though her mother is gone, you're still here. I'm not a good man. I know. I've done things that would make you run screaming from this train. Probably. Then why are you still standing here? Good question, I think. Excellent question. Because your daughter stopped crying when you held her, I say. And because you looked at my Soo-min like she was a person, not an inconvenience. And because... I hesitate. Because maybe monsters aren't born. Maybe they're just made by a world that never taught them how to be anything else. The train shudders as we approach a station. His men tense. I see them reaching inside their jackets, casually, like it's nothing, like violence is just another Tuesday. Kang Junho doesn't flinch. The men who board here, he says lowly, they're looking for any weakness they can exploit, anyone I care about. Then, it's a good thing you don't care about me. Is it? The question hangs in the air. Heavy. Charged. Impossible. The doors open. 4 men step aboard. They're different from Junho's guards, rougher, hungrier, with the kind of eyes that have seen too much blood and learned to enjoy it. Their leader's gaze sweeps the car. It lands on me. On Soo-min. On the space between me and Kang Junho. Well, well, the man says with a slow, cruel smile. The Ghost of Seoul has a new pet. Junho's expression doesn't change. But I see his hand move, just slightly, to angle his body between me and the newcomers. Shielding me. Kim Sung-ho. His voice is ice. I thought I made it clear what would happen if you came near my family again. Your family, Sung-ho laughs. I thought your wife was rotting in the ground. Don't tell me you've already found a replacement. Something snaps inside Junho. I can feel it. Like the pressure in the air before a storm. Soo-min, I whisper, pulling my daughter behind me. Close your eyes, baby. Close your eyes and don't open them until I say. But Mommy. Now. She obeys. What happens next takes less than 10 seconds. Junho moves like smoke, like shadows given form. One moment he's standing beside me. The next, he's in front of Sung-ho, hand wrapped around the man's throat, lifting him like he weighs nothing. You say her name again, Junho says softly, and I will carve it into your chest so you never forget it. Sung-ho's men reach for their weapons. Junho's men are faster. Guns appear from nowhere, pointed, steady, unwavering. Leave, Junho orders, and tell whoever sent you that the next person who comes near my daughter will leave this city in pieces. He drops Sung-ho like garbage. The man stumbles, gasping, fury and fear warring in his eyes. This isn't over, Kang. It is for you. Sung-ho and his men retreat. The doors close. The train moves. And Kang Junho stands there, breathing hard, his hands visibly trembling. He's not shaking from fear, I realize. He's shaking from restraint. From the effort it took not to kill that man in front of my daughter. Are you okay? He laughs, a short, bitter sound. You're asking me that? Yes. You just watched me threaten to murder someone. I watched you protect your daughter. I pause. And mine. He turns to face me. The mask is gone now. Behind it, I see exhaustion, grief, a loneliness so profound it makes my chest ache. You should go, he says roughly. When we reach Seoul, my men will escort you to safety. You'll never see me again. And if I don't want that? The words shock both of us. Then you're a fool. Maybe. I will destroy everything I touch. Everyone I care about ends up dead or damaged. My wife, his voice breaks. I couldn't protect her. I can't even soothe my own child. What makes you think I could ever? You held her. He stops. When I told you how, you listened. You didn't argue, didn't dismiss me, didn't throw money at the problem. You held her, and she felt safe. I take a step closer. That's not nothing, that's everything. Mi-young stirs in his arms. She doesn't cry this time. She just sighs, soft, content, peaceful, and nestles closer to her father's chest. Kang Junho looks down at her. And for the first time since I've seen him, his expression is soft. Gentle. Human. I don't know how to do this, he admits quietly. Any of it. Neither do I, but I'm still here. I'm still trying. Why? I think about the last 4 years, the sleepless nights, the empty bank accounts, the fear and the exhaustion, and the bone-deep certainty that I was failing my daughter in every possible way. And I think about Soo-min's smile, her laugh, the way she looks at me like I'm her whole world. Because she's worth it, I say simply, and so is Mi-young, so are you. The train slows. Seoul approaches. My driver will take you home, he says. You'll have a security detail for the next month, just in case Sung-ho decides to retaliate. That's not necessary. It is. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a card. Simple, black, nothing but a phone number embossed in silver. If you need anything, protection money, help, you call this number. I can take care of myself. I know you can, he meets my eyes, but you don't have to. I take the card. Our fingers brush. Neither of us pulls away. Will I see you again? I ask. Do you want to? Yes, I think. God help me, yes. I want Soo-min to meet your dogs. It's not the answer either of us expected. But it's the right one. Because for the first time since I stood up to help a screaming baby on a train, Kang Junho, the ghost of Seoul, the monster in the dark, the man who could destroy everything he touches, smiles. Then you will. The train stops. Soo-min opens her eyes. Mommy, is the baby still happy? I look at Mi-young, sleeping peacefully against her father's chest. I look at Junho, watching me with something that might be hope. Yes, baby, I say softly. She's happy. And maybe, just maybe, so are we. The doors open. We step into Seoul together. And somewhere behind us, a baby starts to cry. Someone else's child, someone else's crisis, someone else's ordinary moment on a train. But I don't turn around. Because the man beside me reaches for my hand. And this time, I let him take it.